Hey, let me ask you a question. How important is self worth to you? Now, when we're thinking about middle class mindset, your self worth, you understanding your worth, is a key component to the success of your careers on the middle class and your ability to progress out of the middle class. So, in this short talk right here is a continuation from the last talk where I told you about, why do I call it middle class mindset? And it's based upon those two pillars, which is knowing your worth and sticking to your plan. So, how important is your worth, your self worth, to your success as a working class, middle class person? Can I explain it to you? The middle class level is a level where you have working class people, not just people just in terms of your job, but it's a certain income level, a certain status level of people who over time you have collected many ingredients of things that people can measure in terms of your worth, right? If you are a person that went from having nothing to having something, no matter what the amount is, you have built worth, self-worth. And if people know that you've done it, you've built worth in front of people, but nevertheless, you have built worth, right? If you are a mother who has raised a child, you kept it alive, uh, you have built, that's an ingredient of worth. Why am I saying all of this? The middle class mindset is more than just the everyday job that we work or the income that we work or the resources that we have, but the middle class mindset is a person's ability to really get a panoramic view of all the achievements you have done in life to help prepare your heart, to help prepare your mind for the next big opportunity that's coming to you. The reason why your work is so important in the middle class is because I believe that the middle class is the bedrock. We are the backbone, the foundation of the economy of our whole entire country. And I believe that the next CEOs, the next millionaire, the next business owner, the next successes are going to come out of the middle class. So, what I want to do in these episodes is to prepare your heart, to prepare your mind to understand and to see the ingredients that you already have that makes you worthy for whatever opportunity that comes in your direction that fits where you want to go. If it helps you achieve your goal, I want to already just encourage you before it shows up that you have the capabilities of taking on whatever task that is given to you. All right. So when we're talking about knowing your worth, this is one of the major keys. That's why I put it first. This is one of the major keys that always determines whether a middle class person is going to rise to the occasion, or you're going to stay stagnant, or you're either going to sink down to a lower level. This always is the key when you know your worth. When you know your worth on a job, you perform a little differently. You perform in a certain kind of way. I truly believe that high performers, people who get the results, people who are of a certain productive frequency, they know certain things about them and they're able to show it on the job simply for the fact that you already know it. When you know that you are capable and you know that you are good, not being cocky, but you know you're good, you tend to perform like it. Right. Okay. But that's a hard set and that's a mindset thing. And you have to already have your worth on your mind and on your heart before the opportunity shows up. Why? Because in many cases in the working class, the middle class, because we are not prepared all the time for big things to happen, when the big opportunity shows up for your situation that will give you the next level of income you need to help take your lifestyle to another level, you begin to get this mixed up thing in your head where you feel unworthy, you don't feel like you're going to be able to rise to the challenge. All of these thoughts that really shouldn't be in your head when you look at your Rolodex and you think, well, hey, I did this, I did this, I did this. I went through seasons of recession and drought and different things, and I kept everything afloat. Listen, if you've been through hard times and you still were able to do whatever it took to keep things afloat, you have what it takes in you to be able to rise to that challenge. But what happens in the middle class is that great opportunities show up and you instantly feel like, come on, somebody else will be better for that than me. And it's thinking, okay, well, why did it come to you? If it was for that person, it would have went to that person, but it went to you. So when opportunities show up, most middle class people either rise to the occasion or they get stuck where they are. And this thing affects our self-worth, our self-identity, all this stuff. And all of a sudden, you move down the ranks from being a very comfortable person, to just being mindless. There's many workers who are working very hard, but don't know really the reason why you're doing it. You don't really have anything to show for it because you're just mindless working, and you're on your way to the lowest level of a worker, which is a complainer. A complainer is a person who saw the next and up and coming thing. He saw the next branch he or she's supposed to leap to, but second guessed themselves, talked themselves out of it, didn't do the leap. Now you're dissatisfied with this company because this company is not that thing that you just see. So you're trying to make this company that's paying you this salary, you want them to pay you the salary that you see over there, but it's not the company's fault that you did not take the leap to the next level. Why didn't you take the leap? Because you didn't understand your worth. You didn't understand that you were deserving of that. That's the reason why it came to you, that you had what it took to rise to the occasion. Can you see the parallels to this? Listen, so I just want to prepare you, because when opportunities are coming to us in the middle class, we have got to be ready to catch that next branch, to catch that next lifeboat to our next big opportunity. But many of us, we're missing it because these basic two premises, listen, if you get this is going to change your life. If you go into an interview knowing your worth, if you are a person that's been with the same industry, let's say for 5 or more years, and you're moving from your level to maybe a middle management level or whatever, if you know your worth, if you have already set up the basis of your identity with that employment company, you're there on time, you do a great job, you're a high performer, you're dependable, you're the one they can count on, you got all the skill sets needed and the expectations requirement for that position. When you know your worth, you have a strong confidence that if they didn't choose me, it's because some other reason. It wasn't because I couldn't do the job. It was something that when you know your worth, you go into a situation knowing that I'm going to do whatever it takes to rise to the challenge. This is why knowing your self-worth is so important. Most motivations and gurus they skip over all of this because they try to get you on the fast lane to millionaire. Fast lane it is, fast, because that stuff is just flashy. But what's the point of collecting a lot of things or gaining more responsibility if you're not even identifying right now why you want those things? Or even to the fact of, are you capable of handling those situations? Middle class mindset, listen, I'm gonna help position you for what I see coming next. Because the same things I tell you is the same things I tell myself. I believe what's in the heart reaches the heart. So, hey, listen, if this is vibing with you, hey, listen, hit that like button. Hey, subscribe. Hey, you're going to get more content like this that helps you to go on your job, and not just to see it as a job, but see it as a stepping stone, a preparation point for what's coming next for you. Hey, listen, join me in the next episode. We're going to be talking about the second pillar, just to wrap up this series, just to give you a feeling of what middle class mindset is, so that you will lock on to the channel, become a subscriber so you can get this content again, because I'm moving more into direct teaching where I'm going to teach you, things that help to give you the blueprint of success, so that many of you who you're so ready for that next level, my job is to help to unlock the cage and allow that lion in you to run free. Catch me on the next episode of Middle Class Mindset. Hey, my name is Starsky the Fairy. Hey, join me in the next one. We're going to be talking about the second pillar of middle class mindset. All right, see you later.